If you've ever gone to meet somebody, you know how it usually works. You go on to Google Maps, right? Or Apple Maps if you want to go for the inferior product. But you go to Google Maps or something like that. I know you got all the Apple lovers in here hating you right now. But anyway, whatever map program you use, you go on to it, you check on it, and then you see where you're going. Now in my case, I don't have a car. So it's kind of limited as to where I can go. It's either going to be a bus or an L. And I know you're thinking, Tim, there are people who don't have cars? Yeah, and I'm one of them. So I figured I was going to go by L. I'm going to meet someone by 12:30. They say they'd pick me up on the Montrose Blue Line to O'Hare. I think, great, no problem. I'm going to go out there, Blue Line, Montrose, catch them. So I get on the Blue Line, and I sit down. If you've ever been on the L, you know what happens. You get down to the seat. They got 2 seats. You look for that double seat, right? Because you don't want anybody sitting next to you. So you sit down there. You close your eyes, maybe, because you don't want to see whatever weird, creepy sort of freak's going to sit next to you. So you're sitting there, and you have these kind of like, don't sit next to me kind of vibes you're trying to set. Don't sit there, don't sit there, don't sit there. And then I was lucky all the way through for most of the ride until somebody sat down. I said, my winning streak was over at that point. They sat down, and there they were, and I said, okay, going on. And then all of a sudden that voice came on and said, this train is running express from blank place to the next place. Now, that's either good or bad, right? Because either I'm going to miss my spot, I got to get off the train right then, or I can just kind of keep on going, they're going to get me there faster. But the problem is, I don't know the Montrose Blue Line. I usually just go straight out to O'Hare. So I'm thinking, there's the map way over there in the corner, which means I'm going to have to get off the seat. I know what that means. But I do it anyway. I get off the seat, and I go over to the map, and I check, and it turns out this place and that place. It turns out they're great. Going to make the trip shorter. Montrose is further down. I'm good. But I look back, and my seat has disappeared. The guy who was sitting there suddenly becomes like 2 guys, or all this stuff starts piling up, and just keeps piling up and piling up. And like the whole seat has vanished. There's no possible way to get back to that seat. So then I just have to stand there and wait. And the train gets up, and it keeps on going, and then finally it stops at Montrose. And I get off at Montrose. Now the thing about Montrose, and now I'm at Montrose, I'm half an hour early. So I'm half an hour, I got to kill time, but I've got these things on. You may think these are like headphones for, you know, like cool sounds. They're because they hurt. Loud noises hurt my ears. Anybody else have that problem? Loud noises hurt their Maggie, you know what I'm talking about? Get a pair of these. They look weird, but you know, you're going to at least save your ears. So I'm sitting there. The problem is that as I'm sitting there, the trains keep coming in, doors are opening, closing, doors are going. So I'm sitting there, looking sort of like a failed air traffic controller as these trains keep on going by. And I'm thinking, people are going to think I'm a failed air traffic controller domestic terrorist waiting for something to happen, because all these people are looking at me like, why is that guy just sitting there over there with everybody instead of leaving? Everybody's leaving in Montrose. And I just sit there with these things on. And I wait, and I just check the trains. And I check the trains as they're going down. So I keep checking. I'm thinking, okay, well, pretty soon it's going to get here. Finally, it's like 15 up. It's like 12:15. Okay, 12:15. So I got these on. I take them off, and I suddenly realized something special about Montrose you didn't know, and that is that traffic is just whizzing by on both sides. Continuous stream of traffic here, continuous stream of traffic there, just going back and forth, and it's just really, really loud. Like, not like airplane loud, but really, really loud. So the problem is I can't hear anything. So then I've got to figure out what to do, because then I've got to take out my phone. Now, I don't have a real phone. I've got one of those cheap burner phones. You know, like the ones that they have for the drug deals, instead of those little flip things you get, they only cost you, like, you pay for them by the minute, basically, as they're going through one of those old ones. Yeah, exactly what I've been talking about. So I got these phones. So the problem is, I can't hear anything. So I turn up the volume, put on the speaker, and yell, I'm here at the Montrose Blue Line. If you can hear me, please pick me up. Vaguely here. If you'd like to leave a message, please press 1. So I press 1, try it again. I'm here at the Montrose Blue Line. Thank you for your message. So I'm stuck. And then I gotta wait. And I've got to go up, and it's 12:15, I gotta wait for the next car. So I go up the Montrose Blue Line, sit down, there's a bench out there. And the cars start coming by. And you know how it is when the car's coming by, you're thinking, okay, which car is mine? You know, is it this car? Is it that car? Is it that car? Well, the problem is I don't know what their car looks like. So I got to kind of become a perv and just keep on checking each car. Are you the right car? Are you the right person? Are you the right person? Just keep on going down the line. And And finally, none of them is the right person. They all go away. Some cars just kind of see me kind of like crouching there, and I think they just drive off because they're kind of freaked out. But then I'm there on the phone, I'm thinking, okay, I ought to send a text. Because, a text to tell them what I'm doing. And you're thinking, no big deal, Tim, just send a text. Well, here's the problem with a burner phone. You pick it up, and I hit the thing. Finally, you can send a text, but there's no real good way to get to the next line. In other words, you can type in the number, but you can't get to the next line to type in the actual text. Does that make sense? What I'm talking about. Yeah, you type the number. So I keep typing the number, and I keep trying to then type the text, but the number keeps changing and changing and changing because I can't get to the next line. So then finally, I figure out, try how to get it, and I hit something, and it says, you want to save or delete this draft? Like, no, I want to send a stupid text! So then I go through the whole thing to the number, change, finally gets, don't ask me how, it goes to the next line, and say, I'm waiting here at the Montrose blue line, send it, and it goes off wherever it goes. And then I check my phone again, I notice it's a voicemail message, so I listen to it, it says, Tim, I don't know if you're there, I heard a crazy message for you, I'm running late. Like, okay. And I just wait. And just let it go. And then finally, I see them. I can recognize their face, and there's that come to Jesus moment where I know that they're there, and there they are. It's so wonderful to see them. But I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and really stressing out. So maybe you've done this. And then finally I do get to the place, and everything is fine. It's good. But if you've ever done that before, if you've ever waited and waited and waited, sometimes you just have to just wait. Because you go through and you try to send text, or you try to call them or whatever, and say, you just set it up, they're going to be there, you know what I'm talking about, so you just have to wait. It's difficult, it's hard, but if you do start that, if you do start just waiting and waiting and just letting it go, you'll find yourself less stressed, you won't be screaming at your phone, people won't be phoning you in as a domestic terrorist. I mean, all sorts of good things can happen from it. So if you're in that situation, people are running a little bit late, it's all right, just relax, they'll be there, just wait.